Welcome to Catherine's tutorial. In this video, we'll learn about cytoplasmic inheritance. What is the meaning of inheritance? Which is nothing but the characters which passes from the parent to the offspring is known as inheritance. And we all know DNA only carries the information or genetic information it stores. It carries information from the parent to the offspring. So, the transfer of genetic material will happen only with the help of the DNA. But some type of inheritance may even occur with the help of the organelle which is present in cytoplasm. Okay, so this is known as cytoplasmic inheritance. So especially the organs like cytoplasmic organelles like chloroplast and mitochondria, they carry the information from the parent to the offspring. So this type of inheritance is known as extranuclear inheritance. What is the meaning of extranuclear? It is not the structure which is present inside the nucleus carries the information. It is something apart from nucleus carries the information. It is also known as extrachromosomal inheritance. So it is not the chromosomes. Apart from chromosomes, something is carrying the information, and that is why it is known as extrachromosomal inheritance. So the unit which is present inside the cytoplasmic cell organelle to carry the factors from the parent to the offspring, they are known as plasmogene. The unit which is present in chloroplast and mitochondria is known as plasmogene. These plasmogene carries the information through the chloroplast and mitochondria to the next generation. This type of inheritance is known as cytoplasmic inheritance. What is the meaning of cytoplasmic inheritance? It is apart from nucleus, the structures which are present in the cytoplasm is responsible to carry the information from the parent to the offspring. We already learned about the inheritance by chloroplast in the previous video, and today we are going to learn about mitochondrial inheritance. We all know mitochondria is the powerhouse of cell. Formation of zygote, the cytoplasm is contributed by the only female parent. Okay, if you take sperm, in case of sperm, there is no cytoplasm. It has only the nuclear material, that is nothing but the DNA. So the male gamete contributes only the DNA, but the female gamete, that is nothing but the ovum, that contributes cytoplasm and also DNA. Okay, so cytoplasm is contributed by the female parent, so that is why this type of inheritance exhibits maternal inheritance. This is cytoplasmic inheritance, so only female parent contributes cytoplasm for the formation of zygote. So eventually from the mother only the characters are passed on to the F1 generation. Example for mitochondrial inheritance, what we have taken is the pearl maize plant. The plant which we have taken for understanding this mitochondrial inheritance is nothing but pearl maize plant. This plant exhibits male sterility. What is the meaning of sterility? If they are not able to reproduce. Sterile means they are not able to reproduce. So the example what we have taken is pearl maize. This male sterility passes on to the offspring only through the mother. The gene for this male sterility is found inside the mitochondria. Mitochondria is present in the cytoplasm. So the inheritance occurs through the cytoplasm or through the cytoplasmic organelle, also known as cytoplasmic inheritance. So male sterility is due to the mitochondrial gene which is carried through the mother to the offspring. Okay, now maize plant can able to find two types of cytoplasm. One cytoplasm is designated as N, the other one is designated as S. N represents normal cytoplasm, and S represents aberrant, that is which contain the sterility factor. Okay, aberrant cytoplasm. So here the plants which contain the normal cytoplasm will be fertile. Fertile means they can able to reproduce. So they can able to reproduce. The plants which contain this S type of cytoplasm is known as aberrant type, where you can able to find sterility. Sterility means they cannot able to reproduce. Okay. When we make a reciprocal cross. Okay. What is reciprocal cross? In reciprocal cross, in one generation, in one parental generation, they take male parent and they cross with the female. In case you can take capital T here, small t here. In another cross, they take female tall parent and cross with male dwarf parent. So this type of cross is known as reciprocal cross. Taking the same character, but when they cross male tall plant with a dwarf female plant, in another cross they are going to cross tall female with the dwarf male. So this type of cross is known as reciprocal cross. So when we do a reciprocal cross with normal and aberrant cytoplasm, plants with normal cytoplasm. So here we are going to take male parent with the normal cytoplasm. We are going to cross with plant with aberrant cytoplasm. Aberrant, which means they cannot able to reproduce. So here we are going to take aberrant cytoplasm, which is represented as S, and it is a female parent. As we know already, this female parent only contributes cytoplasm for the development of offspring. The cytoplasmic genes, that is known as plasmogene, which will carry this factor to the offspring. So it will be inherited maternally, where the resultant offspring is going to have aberrant cytoplasm, that is, it is going to be sterile. So this is one type of cross where we have crossed plant with normal cytoplasm, that is a male parent, and we have crossed with plant with aberrant cytoplasm, that is a female parent. The resultant F1 offspring, this is a parent generation, this is the F1 generation. In F1 generation, we can able to observe that the resultant offspring has got aberrant cytoplasm that it has obtained from the female, so it is known as maternal inheritance. If the characters are obtained from the female parent, it is known as maternal inheritance. So this offspring inherited the cytoplasm from the mother. So eventually this particular offspring will be sterile with aberrant cytoplasm. We will go with the next cross. This time we are going to take plant with normal cytoplasm, female parent, and we are going to cross with plant with aberrant cytoplasm, that is the male parent. Eventually this male cannot able to reproduce because this male has got aberrant cytoplasm. This cytoplasm is sterile, they cannot able to reproduce. So this cross is not possible, where you can able to find female with N cytoplasm and S cytoplasm, male sterility here. So this cross is not possible in case of reciprocal mechanism. So we have seen that the reciprocal cross is not possible because if the male is going to have aberrant cytoplasm, it is not eventually going to reproduce. Now there is one more factor we are going to learn, that is known as RF factor. It is also known as restorer of fertility. These genes are present inside the nucleus. These are the nuclear genes. These RF factor can bring out the fertility. Okay, you can find the word restorer of fertility, where they can able to restore the fertility in male plant. But fertility, when they are combined with S cytoplasm male, they can able to make this S cytoplasmic male to be fertile. We already know if the male has S cytoplasm, it is said to be sterile. If this RF factor combines with this S cytoplasm, it makes the plant to be fertile. So this RF genes are known as restorer of fertility. You can able to find them inside the nucleus. So these nuclear genes doesn't have any expression on their own. When these RF factors are combining with S cytoplasm, that is sterile cytoplasm, now they can able to transform this sterile plant into fertile plant. So according to recent studies, it was reported that this sterility or bringing out fertility, all these factor is influenced by both nuclear genes. Both the nuclear genes and also through the cytoplasmic influence. So it is not only controlled by the cytoplasm, it is also controlled by the nucleus. So it influences both nuclear and also cytoplasmic influences are there in bringing out the fertility or sterility in this case of plant. Okay. So this RF gene, if they are alone, they are not going to express. If they are present with the S cytoplasm, they can able to bring the fertile male plant. If you cross a normal male, so N represents normal cytoplasm. So it is the normal male. RF. When it is crossed with aberrant cytoplasmic female with RF genes. This is normal male and this is female with aberrant cytoplasm, but along with the restorers of fertility. We already know when this RF factor combines with this sterile cytoplasm, they turn them into the fertile one. So when you get the F1 offspring, this is F1 offspring, this is the parent generation. Here you can able to find two probabilities. This will combine with restorer of fertility. And these are the recessive forms of genes. So if this S cytoplasm combines with this nuclear gene that restores the fertility, this plant will become the fertile. This plant will become the fertile one. But here the restorer of fertility is in recessive condition, so they cannot able to bring out the expression here. So this aberrant cytoplasm is alone. So this plant eventually becomes the sterile plant. Sterile male plant. So we can able to find two probabilities. If the aberrant cytoplasm is with restorer of fertility in its dominant form, eventually the cytoplasmic gene, this S contains the cytoplasmic gene and this RF is nothing but a nuclear gene. When these two combine, both cytoplasmic and nuclear gene, if they combine, they can able to bring out the fertility in case of maize plant. Okay. I'm just summarizing it again. This type of inheritance is known as cytoplasmic inheritance. What is cytoplasmic inheritance? Apart from chromosome or apart from nucleus, there is something is carrying the information from the parent to the offspring through the cytoplasmic organelle. That is why it is known as cytoplasmic inheritance. The example what we have taken here is pearl maize plant. In pearl maize plant, you can able to find two type of cytoplasm. One is the normal cytoplasm, which is going to produce a fertile male plant, and the other one is aberrant cytoplasm, which is designated as S. The normal cytoplasm is designated as N. These normal and aberrant cytoplasm, these are the characters they are obtaining through the mother. So it is a kind of maternal inheritance. As we all know, during the zygote formation, the cytoplasm is contributed only from the female gamete, not from the male gamete. When the female gamete contributes cytoplasm, the mitochondrial and cytoplasmic genes, that is chloroplast gene, may enter inside the offspring and they influence their character. But according to recent studies, it is not influenced only by the cytoplasmic gene. It is also influenced by the nuclear genes. These nuclear genes are also known as RF, that is restorer of fertility. When these RF genes are alone, they cannot able to express their character. When these RF genes are combined with the aberrant cytoplasm, that is the sterile cytoplasm, they make the sterile cytoplasmic plant into fertile plant. So this RF genes cannot able to express on its own, but when it combines with the S cytoplasm, they can able to produce a fertile plant. In these plants is based on both cytoplasmic and the nuclear influences or nuclear genes influences. By the next video, we'll learn about linkage and types of linkage. Thank you.